higher paced draft with this Troll Warlord and Storm Spirit, but certainly both teams have late game options. I don't think anybody's really on a timer this time. Kind of refreshing. I'm going to say. Okay, well, I mean, so you're saying they're kind of like padding themselves out and being careful. Still just being like. How would you rate the Spirit rankings currently? Really? Above Storm? Okay.
That was lame.
Yeah.
Bow to your lord.
Wait for Daddy Ice Frog to come in and give him the good stuff. Alright, classic CIS. We're going to start with the pause. So let's have a look at some lane matchups. No one in the middle lane on the Conquer versus the Storm Spirit. Doesn't feel great for Pikachu, but then that seems to be when Pikachu does best in his lanes.
Try not to feed. Try not to feed.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Oh, that's no good.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. That was lame. I'm sapping your
Straight to the bottom with you. Get ferocious if you're provoked.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
And Zayats is a connoisseur of being a nuisance, I would say. Already...
30 seconds.
So Resident Zayats up in the top lane.
Step lively
Gets
now.
Happy and Plantimos. It feels like a pretty decent lane for Cyber Legacy up here, though, with the tree and the troll, though, right? Like, this just fundamentally... I don't think I've seen this lane for a while, but certainly feels like a good lane on paper. And the Nature's Grasp comboing quite nicely with the slows from the Troll Warlord.
Time to get angry with each other.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Alright, and that's going to be that. Both bounty runes going 2 for 2. Nice and even. How free of a Morphling game is it for VIRTUS.PRO here? I got a lasso.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Mine! I love this part! You blew it!
Yeah, absolutely. All right, middle lane. Not too easy start for no one as he managed to get a range creep there, but
Step lively now. Your
yeah, I mean,
admiral
it should be
is
a pretty
on
even lane as we know. Storm Spirit versus Kunkka. Used to be very Kunkka favored, now it's kind of a bit more even, especially, and I know we say this every single cast, but you know, he can just go to the jungle, Storm Spirit. If he struggles too much in the lane, he can just head out to the jungle and have an absolutely dandy time. He got down to bottom slowly, giving Big Nim a little bit of the razzle-dazzle chase down, whilst Kuman and Chappie get to work on each other. Morphling versus Underlord.
I love this part!
No, he doesn't, does he?
Regeneration!
Some moonwalking in the top lane as Resolution's in some trouble. Going for the TP out though, and there should not be a route coming in from Palantimos, thankfully. I mean, what's the chance of that happening at level 1? It's like, what, 14%? So... True, they do. You'd know. Zero still. We saw yesterday from VIRTUS.PRO as well, though, pretty hesitant on making moves early on in the game. They seem to not really be super focused on finding rotations and kills in the laning phase, but instead looking towards later on in the game to make their action.
Denied!
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Yeah.
Never. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
So I think it's interesting the way Cyber Legacy play their lanes, though. You know, they don't really put much emphasis in their safe lane. They put a lot of emphasis on their mid lane. Like, they always want Pikachu to have a good game, regardless of his matchup or anything like that. And they will do a lot to protect Pikachu. So that's like their priority. I'd say it's like 40% in the mid, 30% at top, and 30% at bottom. Maybe even slightly more weighted towards bottom, to be honest, because we always see Chappie having these good games for Cyber Legacy. And when he has a good games, he seems to do so much for his team. Like, they just seem to be really happy playing when Chappie's in like a commanding role and can make calls and can make movements.
I love this part!
That was lame.
I love this part! I've been wanting this.
Yeah, no one. Coming over to Pikachu here. Pikachu, though, opening up onto the Kunkka a little bit. Kunkka, he's taking so much damage here. Pikachu with this Arcane Rune doesn't even have a level 6 yet, but almost dropping the Kunkka and really frustrating no one here as he's just trying to farm a side camp. And Storm's just going to take all these creeps now.
That was lame.
Still going here. Pikachu's not relaxed, but Zayats is still here in the mid lane. He's going to turn around with a cookie, but now that the Pikachu hit 6, he can just jump himself away. No real kill threat from Zayats and no one here. So nice movements from Pikachu here in the mid, forcing his support and even forcing him to use a couple of spells here, but not really letting himself get into any real danger.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
That was lame.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Lower jump in the middle lane as Pikachu starting the advancement onto no one here, forcing no one to use that boat. X-Mark's going to come out, but will not land. And Zayat's rotating in once again, but unable to really get anything done. He's just running past, waving hello to the mid laner. Yeah, resolution. This is why I love Zayats, because Zayats is always making these stacks for him as he rotates towards the middle lane, and Rezo is always going to find himself with all these little creeps available for him to farm to help him come back into the game a bit. Have a little bath, have a little spa time in the river. Nah, he sent it back to base. His mid laner needs that. I know. Yeah, I've just muted us both. You need to talk louder so that I can turn your volume down a bit so it doesn't...
Radiant's top tower.
I'm not expecting that.
Your admiral is on board.
Alright, so 7 minutes into the game, still no first blood. Where is it going to happen? Well, looks like right now it might be happening mid as Pikachu getting unleashed upon by no one in Zayats once again. They really want to try and kill this guy, but once again it feels like no one was kind of baiting the boat. X-Marks a little bit there, but that's the one time Pikachu does actually fall to X-Marks. Bignum rotating in. Zayats, he's going to get shielded up though with Solo also coming into this middle lane, so VIRTUS.PRO really making sure that Cyber Legacy can't get anything done in this mid.
That was lame.
So 3 heroes mid for VIRTUS.PRO now, so maybe we might see something happening in elf lanes, but Happy Duro is actually just pulling here instead.
Radiant's top thing is about to get knocked over.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Yeah.
Green dudes, something bad is happening. In your bottom. Radiant structures are fortified. Bad dude's top tower gonna fall over soon.
Talking about pressuring towers. This is exactly what Plantaman is doing downhill. And he's further stack set up with Chappie. And it looks like they're going to get this one. But we see the rotation up towards the top lane from Solo, Rezo, and Kuman. Are they going to try and return the pressure here? Well, Pikachu is a big threat in this lane. And they do not have the lockdown to take down this storm.
That was lame.
Rezo trying to go for the outpost here. This is just obnoxious, but if he gets it in time, doesn't... Oh, no, didn't get it. No XP for the Radiant.
I'm sapping your will to live.
Quite a lot, I would say, but I'm not the expert here. Yeah. one other hero coming in there and they would have been able to skewer that, but I don't know if Rezo was like, don't worry guys, I got this, don't panic, I've definitely 100% gonna get this outpost. Yes, it's one or the other. There's no middle ground here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk flaws, right? Let's talk why these teams are here, because, you know, they didn't win their upper bracket matches. VIRTUS.PRO, they lost versus Hellraisers. In that series,
So bloody difficult.
it was a close one, to be sure, to be fair. It was very, very close. But, yeah, in the end, I think VIRTUS.PRO, what were the biggest flaws in this team, which led them down here?
Lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Yeah, I think one of the things which stands out to me about yesterday's games with VIRTUS.PRO was the Roche fights. Like, they had several very terrible fights around the Roshan pit, and, well, movement in the middle lane. We might finally have our first blood. There we go. They actually kill off Solo. Meanwhile, Bignum also going down in the bottom lane due to an arena from Resolution. So, 12 minutes in, and we have our first 2 kills of the game. Oh, phew. He's like sweating. Extreme withdrawal, feeding withdrawal. No, Solo doesn't feed. He dies, but he doesn't feed. That's the important lesson I've learned over watching VIRTUS.PRO for many, many years. Chappie could be in some trouble right now. The X-Marks comes in along with one of his kisses. The damage is coming in, and Zayats will claim that kill. Nice little combo there, even if there were a couple of kisses quite off the mark, but the ones that hit, they did the damage and brings them the kill. And finally, I think we can switch net worth. It's really late into the game, but having no kills or anything, I think his last hits were still relevant. But yeah, we do see that Troll on top, followed by the Conquer, closely followed by the Storm, more or less neck and neck. And yeah, it's a really close game when you look at all the calls. The only one who's been struggling here is Resolution, so... Storm trying to X-Marks Pikachu though, I mean goodness, and... Oh, defusal blade from Palantimos, he's just showing this one off, and Zayats is like, oh, well, I'm getting away from that guy, do not want to be losing my mana that easily.
Mad Dude's top tower gonna fall over soon.
Thinking about the jump, he was charging up that ball lightning, but in the end doesn't make the jump forwards because Palantimos was able to take the tower completely uncontested anyway. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, they're making a go into the Bat Rider here. The damage coming in, the cookie, the right clicks, and they get the kill onto Bignum. Another hero board down in the bottom lane. VIRTUS.PRO currently sitting at 3-1, but it is Cyber Legacy in charge of the game. They might have only had 1 kill, but they've taken down 2 towers so far, and Palantimos is balling out of control so far.
That was lame.
Mad Dude's top tower gonna fall over soon.
Go for my armor.
50 minutes in, 2 bounty runes going to Cyber Legacy, 1 for VIRTUS.PRO so far. Looks like there's another one for Cyber Legacy, so 3-1. Are we going to see... Oh, we are. I was going to say, are we going to see some movements from VIRTUS.PRO? And it looks like they want to find more action in this bottom lane. Plantspace is going to be the target. Zayats and no one. Is this a strong enough ganking duo to kill off a troll warlord? Yeah, it's not worked out for them previously, and Plantspace is easily surviving the combo here for Kisses, and now the turnaround comes. Storm comes zipping on over with the ultimate from Troll Warlord, but no one. He rips out this Heaven's Halberd to control up the troll, and with him coming to the side of this arena, they should be able to bring him down, but Plantspace walks his boat away. He actually survived this one with the help of the living armor, and now VIRTUS.PRO, the turnaround is coming in their direction. But there are some tanky boys as well. They're going to turn their attention to Solo. Solo, he's just going to lead them in the opposite direction, make sure his calls to get themselves to safety, so not a huge loss here, but VIRTUS.PRO definitely gonna feel the burn from that failed gank a little bit. Space for Kuman though, right?
We're sailing now.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
And they managed to get themselves a top tower on VIRTUS.PRO, so, you know, managing to drop some buildings, building first blood for them, if that's a thing.
Bad Dude's top tower gonna fall over soon.
He already has them. I was gonna put it. Now you're support.
Yeah, I mean, the team fights should be pretty even when we get there. I mean, Kuman's still not going to be much of a factor until he gets himself a couple more items. Going for this Manta into the Ethereal Blade. The old shotgun build, although, I don't know, I still feel like calling it a shotgun build is wrong when he's got a 25 talent, which is literally a shotgun.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Also, we have Zayats with a literal shotgun. Maybe we can't call it shotgun this game. Maybe that's not allowed. We've already got one. That role has already been filled. Top lane resolution, trying to stalk a hero, which is pushing out this lane, and it is going to be the Storm. I'm wondering if he can land the Spit. Certainly, it's going to. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know about that one. That's a Storm through it, buddy. You're not going to be able to get the setup.
Ultimate and then
Nah, joke's on Storm. He had to use mana for that. Yeah.
Step lively now.
Zayats was coming over, but yeah, I mean, we've already seen that Monolith's Kisses did not seem to be enough to bring down the Storm Spirit, especially now he's got this point booster, null, power strength. Power strengths? Well, it works actually. Power strengths. Screw it. Power agis. Now they're power ints. Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Very slow game though. Very uncharacteristic for CIS Dota, but only 5 kills in 18 minutes. This is definitely the pace which VIRTUS.PRO want to be playing at. I mean, they're the ones running the Morphling draft. And I like the way he's actually gone for this Eagle Song here, so he will be able to get the full Ethereal Blade and then run that into a Manta a little bit later on. So, yeah, pretty dreamy for VIRTUS.PRO, the way that Cyber Legacy are playing it. Would you like to see more tempo from them? I mean, maybe this is what they're waiting for, the Bloodstone on Storm, the BKB on Troll, but...
Badger's top tower gonna fall over soon. Dire's top tower is under attack.
here, but Zayat not willing to give himself up quite so easily. Bignum though coming on top of the Mars, and Mars actually getting Arena off, so there's nowhere to drag Rezo, and actually Solo comes into the shield anyway, freeing Resolution from that lasso. Pikachu getting in deep here. Meanwhile, the Mormon's Kiss is coming on from overhead, doing a decent amount of damage here. Time Legacy, they might actually finally lose Happy here. The X-Mark drags him in. Finally, we get a kill in this engagement, but goodness me, no one just seems to be done. That is grueling. Just face tanking each other. Anybody gonna get low? Anybody? Maybe. Okay, alright, Resolution. He's in a little bit of a bad situation right now, trying to moonwalk his way out of danger, but unfortunately, he is gonna get chunked down by Palanthropus. Now look at the +1 on Zayat here, but immediate purge comes out from Solo, but he pays the price as well. Gonna get dropped. Meanwhile, X marks both onto Pikachu here. They find the one turnaround kill. Now comes in Kuman, but he's got to be careful here. Well, does he actually? I mean, there's 4 heroes up from Cyber Legacy, but they're kind of out of spells. And Zayat's, well, he's got to be a little bit cautious, running low. As is, oh my goodness. No one just doesn't play it quite right there. And through the Firestorm and the Grasp, that's going to be a kill onto the Conquer there, purely from mispositioning and burning up here. Zayat, he will be okay. VIRTUS.PRO, though, I mean, these are like the craziest fights I've ever seen. These are just like running at each other for about a minute straight until finally someone passes away. Where are these hearts coming from? Oh, that's adorable. Meanwhile, oh, we got a lasso up on the sidelines here as they're trying to drag no one out of the fight. Arena of Blood not really getting much done once again. I mean, everyone's just happy to tank everything. Palanthropus' BKB has been used, however, so he's going to have to be run out of the... Oh, Kuman on the sidelines. Getting the kill onto Bignum as he went for that lasso play, but gets popped off. Meanwhile, Rezo just trying to sit on the front lines here with the Bulwark here, tanking everything up. He's just happy to sit here and be the big old damage sponge. Meanwhile, Snapfire jumping himself in, and oh my goodness, Pikachu just gets annihilated by Kuman as the Morphling enters a fight and just takes down one with that Ethereal Blade combo. But it looks like Mars might finally be losing. No, of course he's not going to move. Sitting in the fight with Bulwark on, absolutely fine. They're going to lose Rezo, but he buys back into this one. Now VP, they struggled in Roche fights yesterday. Today, seems like they're doing a little bit better. A kill into the Storm is very, very valuable, and they killed Bignum as well, who had to buy back into this, so... Oh dear. Oh, okay, alright. A little bit of miscommunication there with the X marks missing the shotgun from Zayat, which would have done the job, but... Yeah, 55 seconds, no Bat Rider. This suddenly looked quite easy from VIRTUS.PRO, and Kuman just turning around using those Underlord spells against him. Reckless coming in. Chappie is so tanky. Palanthropus running his way through the fight with the BKB, trying to take down Kuman. But Kuman... Yeah, well, they're actually going to turn around. Okay, everyone's just going to kill Roche instead. He's actually going to squish his target in this fight. He's going to go down. No one takes the Aegis, but Die get the kill. Meanwhile, in the Resolution, the Sonic Electric Vortex should control him up long enough to finish him off. Resolution dives back as well. Meanwhile, clumsy down to the Conquer. No one on the run, but Solo's right next to him. He's going to be constantly throwing in the heals, throwing in the shields, trying to keep him alive as best he can. Both sides try and keep up, but they keep on chasing no one down. In comes the Heaven's Halberd, though. That's going to help Conquer out quite a lot, but the rest of Cyber Legacy are arriving. They should be able to finish off no one here. Not much Zayat can do. They will say goodbye to their mid laner for the first time as his Aegis does pop. Meanwhile, Solo getting killed off on the sidelines here. Chappie, the only one waiting for the Conquer to respawn. Do they actually have the time to get through him a second time? I'm not really sure they do. Cyber Legacy, they're just going to stick to their high ground right now, but they take the Aegis away from VIRTUS.PRO, and they get themselves a Roche kill in the process, and they get a die back on Resolution, so... Okay, what is going on? Can you help me a bit, T, Governor? I'm feeling very lost in this game. It's a bit chaotic. It's a bit of a brawl. I feel like this is just kind of CIS, big men wrestling each other.
Not set any. Very chill stuff. It's not the dome. Yeah.
Bounty!
little bit too low.
Bounty!
Force has to be. Ready to go window. Maybe just like. Respect.
Yo, green dudes, something bad is happening. In your bottle. Dire's top tower is under attack. Bad dude's top tower gonna fall over soon.
Regeneration. I'm over here.
Yeah, it's certainly a slow one, but yeah, as you say, the Cyber Legacy, this isn't the game they wanted to play. They had their checklist. Roche was definitely high up on that checklist, and it gets taken away from them. So now, well, they got to play a different game. Meanwhile, Zayat's once again escaping. Yeah, as you were talking about Zayat's heat map earlier, I think past 20 minutes, this is probably where like 90% of his game is spent.
Yeah,
That's his territory. He knows those trees better than he knows his own. Yeah. Yeah. No surprise to him loving Zayats. You're reading it like a Brit, yeah. True. Unwilling to pronounce anything properly. Bignum trying to pull his Zayats here on the run, and looks like he's going to be getting himself away quite easily.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
trying to know.
True, yeah. The pronunciations. I was in Yosemite in America, and there was a Brit guy there who kept pronouncing it Yosemite. No, that's like calling an American on the Americans, though, isn't it? Because they're the ones that usually do that sort of thing. But
Finally.
yeah, a bit of an interesting one. I mean, the creep wave's plenty low. Ooh. Yeah, a bit.
Motion. Think from cyber. Where is it? Like 2 to 3 smokes back. Always when you
Oh, Zayats. Yeah, he needs more than a cookie to get himself out of this situation. Zayat's going to get killed off in the bottom lane. Quite an easy pick off him. Meanwhile, Storm, oh my goodness, he's just flying into the middle lane.
at this point. Get in there, dog.
Yeah, definitely want to see a bit more coming out from Cyber Legacy here. Is even though they don't have their ages, you know, they got to kind of get over it. You know, take it on the chin, boys. Keep going, keep playing. And Kuman will spot out the Storm Spirit here. So yeah, I'm gonna take these creeps if you don't mind. VIRTUS.PRO do mind that. Spear from on side, Resolution. He gets it in his face. VIRTUS.PRO. He was too busy looking behind him. Wasn't checking the side mirrors there, and yeah, that's the Resolution coming in with an easy spear. That's definitely like, oh god, there's 3 heroes chasing me, oh god, you know, when you're in the car, constantly checking your rearview mirror, and then from the sidelines, he gets taken down.
The only way I
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Bad dudes, middle tower, everyone, go, now! Dire structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Ding dong!
Terrible really is there. And now the tier 1 being pressured by VIRTUS.PRO, but they've got fantastic tower defense on the side of Cyber Legacy. They've got the Underlord, they've got the Treant, they've got the heal for the tower. It's very, very difficult for VIRTUS.PRO to really commit to a push here, but at the same time, they don't feel like they need to. They've got this Ethereal Blade Manta Morphling, who is climbing his way up the net worth chart, starting to challenge Palantimos here.
Here. Surely can go shotgun. Oh, lock in.
Slow burn of this one. Again, only 9 and 9. No one actually has the first 10 kills yet.
Don't.
Yo, green dudes, something bad is happening. In your bottom, radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Bad dude's top tower gonna fall over soon.
Over here now. I'm over here.
Yeah. Almost like skill becomes a little bit less important and strategy becomes a little bit more important. But of course, those two factors still completely, yeah, exactly. One and off the same thing. Unless you're playing Underlord, which you just kind of sit there and throw your spells out and you're too tanky to die, so yeah, just do Underlord things. Yeah, it probably does, to be honest. Just have all your Firestorm and your Pit of Malice bound to one key. Have all your Aura buttons bound to another key, you know, Mech, Greaves, Pipe. And then just, you only need 3 buttons to play Underlord. Then ulti, and you're good. You're good to go. Yeah, just like a tiny keyboard with literally 3 keys on it. There we go. Imagine the alpha, imagine rocking that out of LAN. Just like, I don't need my real keyboard for this game. Just stare the opponents in the face and you pull out a 3-key keyboard going, I'm gonna beat you with this. Yeah. I'm surprised no one's made custom keycaps for like, on a per hero basis like the spells on them. I think that'd be so cool. Yeah, maybe.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Something tells me they probably don't want to. Let's see. Zayat's got the Greaves finished off with this Philosopher's Stone. Going to be bringing in that dough, bringing in like real cash money. Shadow Amulet is going to be the next pickup, which will turn that lovely cloak into a even lovelier Glimmer Cape. All right. Wake up, everybody. Anybody who's fallen asleep, it's time. We've got go time again. Yeah, Roshan. We need a little alarm clock for this stream, don't we? And they're going on the backlines here, but the Glimmer Cape going to save Bigman from the shotgun of Kuman. Bigman, though, coming back in as he gets X marks and is going to get finished off. No one with... Oh, wait a minute, guys. We're watching a replay. Whoops. Let's see, Cyber Legacy, they're still holding the high ground here. And I'm surprised VIRTUS.PRO aren't committing to this one. They've just killed a Bat Rider, and they're still not really interested in Roche. And Palantimos like, well, if you're not going to do it, I probably will. It's a torrent coming out as the Venn diagram of death thrown down on the floor. But Solo coming into the pit. He's actually going for the Aegis right now, but the Roshan is going to fall. Pikachu will take the Aegis. Meanwhile, the more of his kisses. Look at the damage he's doing from afar. His Zayats, they're able to take down the Storm Spirit once. Storm stunned up by Zayats. A nice cookie coming out, but see you later. Happy though, getting left behind, unfortunately. He's going to get picked up by VIRTUS.PRO, but Underlord and the Storm making their way back to the base safe and sound. But still, Cyber Legacy are losing quite a couple there. It seems like they can't really find the purchase in these fights they need to take them.
Middle tower, everyone go now! tower has fallen.
Stupendous!
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, do they have the follow-up here? The only one nearby is CIS, so he is going to be able to get himself away, but Pikachu... Okay, is he going to drop it? No, he doesn't. Oh. I'm very worried every time I see Pikachu. It's been a horrible game for Pikachu in all things considered, because, I mean... yeah, I mean, I think they didn't really work towards the Morphling stealing the Underlord form every single fight, and then Storms it in, he's just like, oh, I'm rooted. Shit.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah. Sick radio calls, dude. I can tell you're you definitely served in the army, didn't you?
Illusion!
Yeah. Imagine, like, which team do you think would be most likely to actually employ, like, an army radio guy to teach them the callouts and stuff? I reckon... oh, yeah, true. One of the disciplined Chinese teams, yeah.
Green Dude's top thing is about to get knocked over.
We've got bones in the roach pit. Roger that, Blue Eagle.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Just beat his players over the head for not saying over after his line. VIRTUS.PRO, maybe they look for. I mean, they're not really looking for anything really. They're just pushing up in the top lane, starting to kind of realize that they are getting stronger and stronger, hitting their timings. We're almost at those tier 4 items even. And Kuma's just going to casually take this tower. Now with the Ethereal Blade, Manta Star, Lincoln Spear, my boy is ballin'.
Dire's courier is dead.
Big nub. Big nub.
Wicked sick. Own it.
Oh, Chappy Goblin TP out that tiny little tree. I mean, the logistics don't work out at all. A big fat Underlord hiding behind one little tree, but they could not see him. He wasn't a frog, so he gets himself to safety. Just about. Puking would not be possible anymore. Yeah, Puck. More buffs for Puck, that's what we need.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, you know we found that here, are you?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified.
He's finished with his Abyssal Blade, but Resolut's going to come in with the rules and drive up into the air, but Pikachu does respond. A nice 4-man Pit of Malice from Chappy, but Kuma's going to throw down his own. And once again, you got that Venn diagram. They seem very big fans of the Venn this game. And back out. Just kidding, no fight hit today, guys. No, not really. We're just joshing.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Guys, we need to defend here.
Yep. Now, I mean, and from Cyber Legacy as well, they have not really made many attempts at doing things in this game. Yeah. fortify when Lord Shredder's already out on the tower as well. Never feels great. It's not going to be getting too much work done, but we'll at least kill off that one creep wave. For VIRTUS.PRO, they are out of here. That's more than enough action for today. Let's go and get some creeps.
Your admiral is on board.
It is 40 minutes, so yeah. Want to get those tier 4 items, I suppose. This double damage might be too tempting for Kuman here. Might want to be making something happen with this one. That's and Solar. They see the Bat Rider. Plans to some Pikachu. Being a little bit afraid here. CIS on the cliff. Pikachu comes over right away, sees him, but he'll come to the arena, actually catching Pikachu out a little bit here. Plans to in the middle of everybody with that BKB going, trying to find a target, but can't really find a target to actually lock onto here. Gonna try and cut with the rest of the team. Not cool with the backlands. They actually have the Storm Spirit pinned to a tree. Where's the damage? The Mortimer's Kick's coming over the top. Pikachu's gonna be okay, get himself out. Meanwhile, with the Disarm onto the Troll Wall. Gonna be the next target. Happens to pop that ulti before he drops down. Getting some life steal off onto Noah, but he's got that BKB and a cookie as well to get himself to safety. Meanwhile, the turret's gonna control up the Troll. Not throwing the spear, not throwing the right click, and Kluman grabs a kill, and down goes Chappie as well. It's gonna be 2 heroes dead on the side of Cyber Legacy. No buyback on either. VIRTUS.PRO, they don't even need to team wipe them. They don't need many kills, they just need the big ones. And without that Underlord, going high ground just feels so much easier.
Ruh-roh, bad dudes, ruh-roh, middly widdly got all diddly. Hey, bad dudes, your middle Rex is like chopped liver. Forget about it. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Can we pause please? I'm terrified now the bad dude's middle Rex. Ruh-roh, bad dudes, ruh-roh, middly widdly got all diddly.
Yep, they figured it out. They're just boating themselves as well, just getting themselves the extra strength. Good game, well played, it's cool. I mean, it wasn't flashy, it wasn't exciting, it wasn't big, but VIRTUS.PRO, they did take themselves a well-considered choo-choo train to victory, boarding the train and not really making any stops on